Hi everyone, today in 6th grade we are learning how to understand unit fractions using models. The first thing that we want to let students know is that a unit fraction names one equal part of a whole. In a unit fraction, your numerator will always be 1. Doesn't matter what the denominator is, but your numerator will always be 1. The denominator, though, does tell the number of equal parts, whereas the numerator tells the number of parts you are counting. For today, we are only going to be counting one part. The models that we will be using today are fraction strips as well as number lines. So we are going to start out with 4 minutes of a teacher model for letters A and B. For letter A, it says model the fraction 1/6. Ask students, is this a unit fraction? Yes. How do you know? It is a unit fraction because it has a numerator of 1. Okay, so modeling 1/6. It says draw the rectangle. The rectangle has already been drawn and divided into 6 equal parts. Because we know that we are modeling 1/6, then only one of these 6 need to be shaded. Same thing to be said about letter B. Shouldn't even take you 4 minutes. Then you will launch students into a 2-minute turn and talk. It says William wants to draw a rectangle to model the fraction 1/8. He says the 8 parts of his rectangle do not need to be the same. Is William correct? Explain. Fraction 101. A fraction names equal parts of a whole, always. So he has 8 parts. In this image right here, there are 8 parts. However, there are 8 parts and one of them is shaded. However, this is not an accurate description of a fraction model because all of those parts are not equal. This is what William's model should look like. So from there, you will launch students into 8 minutes of partner practice at a volume level 1. They will be working on questions 1 through 8, identifying the unit fraction that aligns with the model or using the unit fraction to create a model. And then lastly, students are going to have to represent the unit fraction or identify the unit fraction from a number line. This piece might be difficult for students because students may not know how to number the number line. A question to ask them is, how many total parts are shown on the number line? So students will have to count parts by counting from one tick mark to the other. So here's 1 part, 2 parts, 3 parts, 4 parts, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are a total of 8 parts, right? So how many total parts are shown in the number line? 8. How can knowing the total number and what one whole is as a fraction help us label the rest of the tick marks, right? So if we know that there are a total of 8 parts and we know that one whole can also be written as 8 eighths, then we know that each of these tick marks has a denominator of 8. And then we can just work backwards. So if this is 8 eighths, then this is 7 eighths, 6 eighths, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So this plotted point is at 1/8. Same thing for question 6. It has a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. One whole would be equal to 6/6, meaning that this tick mark right here is 1/6. After their partner practice, students will work on their 5-minute exit ticket where they are looking at a model to help them identify the unit fraction. And then, where they're just looking at different models to identify the unit fraction, whether it be pictorial or number line.